So let's talk about the optimizer, how it works. So after the backpropagation, um, after the backpropagation, we know that backpropagation calculates the gradients. Okay, so after that, we optimize or update the weights. So the loss will become nearly zero. What does it mean if the loss is zero? It means the prediction of the model or the neural network um, will give a right or correct prediction. So how it works? So here, after we calculate the gradients in the backpropagations, so the gradients of backpropagation, that's the job of backpropagation, calculating the gradients of each weights. So okay, we need to multiply it in the learning rate. So the learning rate would not be too much or too low. If it's too much, it could lead to overshoot here, so it will not achieve its optimal value, which is the local minima. And if it is um, too low, the updates will be too slow. It's not. That's why we should apply the hyperparameter or the learning rate to its best optimal value. Okay, so let's say we have optimal value of the learning rate, says 0.001, and you multiply it to the gradients of the particular neuron. Okay, so to calculate the new weights, we should subtract the current weight to this value. Okay, the goal is to move, let's say this is the current weight. Okay, the goal is to move forward here. So how do you achieve that? Okay, so let's say in the backpropagation in the particular neuron, we calculate the gradients that's less than 0, which means that is negative. In that case, we should move the weights to the right side, to the left side, because the left side, it means that it's increasing. And don't be confused here in this line. This is just a tangent line for visual representation, so we have a clear visual. Okay, and like this also. And this is the derivative function. This is what we use to just plug in the value of weight, so you could just get its slope. Okay, that's like this one. Let's say we use the graph as a parabola, and to calculate its derivative, this one become the results. I just actually explaining the math behind it. So let's go forward here. So our main objective in the optimizer is to update the weights, so we could have a low loss value from it. So this means is the rate of change of L with respect to W, or how L changes when we plug in or when W changes. Okay, let's go back here in this value. So if the gradients of the particular neuron is less than 0 or negative, then it should be moved to right. Okay, this is a formula. So let's say 0 and it's negative. So the current value, or the weight old, or the current value minus negative number. So negative times negative should be positive. So that's why it moved forward here, towards the positive value, and move right here. Not just not that point that it will move or step highly. It will move gradually each epoch or in the neural network. Okay, gradually, so not too low, not too high, gradually moving here until we move here. Those processes will repeat until we move here in the neural network. Okay, then what would happen if the gradient of the particular neuron is greater than 0 or positive? Let's say here, where the gradient is greater than 0. So we must move it to the left, not to the right, to achieve this optimal value. So we subtract it from this one, the current value, to the gradients. With with the help of the learning rate, we could move gradually until we move here. Okay, and that's the optimizer, or behind the optimizer. And at minimum, of course, the gradients here is 0. It's the local optimum. Okay, and if you think that if we change the weight, it could move the points towards here or towards there, that's impossible, because we are talking about the weight here. Okay, the weight is all the values here. It is indefinite, so it's not possible to overshoot, or I mean to have a points here. It will always lead here in the function, unless we put a limit into it or like that. So that's it. That's how the optimizer works behind the hood.